million. But if it's for everybody's out there, it might be 20, 25 million. They just don't want you to know how many are here illegally. Nobody knows. They estimate. And that is unbelievable. People who've been waiting for years to get into America, then you can illegally cross the border and you slap those people in the face and said, ha ha, you've been trying to do it the right way. They break our laws and they get privileges by the Democratic Party. It's nasty politics, and it's nasty what they're doing with those who are waiting in line to get through and into America legally, and it's just uncalled for. And when will voters wake up? Why do they keep voting for Democrats if they're doing these things that are hurting America? We don't even know who they're letting in. How many terrorists have already come in? How many sleeper cells are waiting in America to get orders because they just walked right in over the border that's not being guarded, not being protected? Who took an oath to protect America? I think every congressperson and our president and vice president have taken an oath. Are they fulfilling that oath when they let people walk across the border and we don't even know who they are, and they're punishing the border patrol? How can Americans, how can they keep voting for these people? The Democrats are pushing it through. Okay, how about going down to number 6? Election integrity. Do you know what's going on there? Well, the Arizona, they were just coming out with the Arizona voter audit on the votes, and it was a very thorough vote. And the information just now coming in as I record, so we'll have to do a show in the future on that. But I will say, the Democrats, they want to cheat in every election, and they're pushing through laws, if they get passed, that will keep people from even being able to check on how elections, how can it be fair when if they flood everything, they won't get rid of photo ID, they won't increase mail-in ballots. Who is controlling the elections then? Who knows? Who knows? We got to have election integrity, and the Democratic Party does not want election integrity. They're against IDs. They don't want anybody to know who's voting. Why? Why would you not want to know who is voting? And if they voted more than once? We've seen that happen in Arizona. Wow. Election integrity. Hey, let's take a break here to remember and remind everybody you're listening to Doc Holliday's Rock Splitting Politics. We're talking about 10 Halloween ghoulish horrors coming to Americans everywhere thanks to the Democratic Party. Unless some miracle happens, they're going to get these things pushed through and our country is going to suffer. We're going to talk about more of those. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 coming up in the second half of the show. Let me remind you, we got a book called Bedrock Truths. If you don't have that book, you can order it at www.docholliday.org. That's Holiday with 2 L's in it. And I just want to remind everybody, you can go back and listen to our archives. We've got done shows. You can almost look at the titles and see what's going on. It's almost like a little history lesson of the past year, the past 2 or 3 years. So you can go back in the archives, look at some of the shows. We're glad for you to listen to those. We're at webtalkradio.net. They do a good job there of keeping our shows where you can access them and go back into the archives. And we'll say things here you won't hear anywhere else. So listen to Doc Holliday's Rock Splitting Politics, and we appreciate you letting your friends and neighbors know about it. We talk, in all the different states across America, but we have people around the world that listen to us, and we appreciate your input, appreciate your emails. I can't answer all the emails, but we do try to look at all the ones that come in, and I appreciate you listening to the show. And now, how about what are the other 5 ways? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Number 5 is we got a world in chaos. Did you know just last week they had a fight in a house There were some of the extra progressives, especially the squad, who wanted to get not pay. We usually help about $1 billion a year to help Israel with its Iron Dome project. If you're not familiar with the Iron Dome, that's when thousands of rockets are being shot into Israel at different times by the Palestinians. The Iron Dome is a protection system that shoots down those rockets before they get to Israel, before they land on a population, on a city, for to land on school kids and schools and hospitals. And we have Democrats, and thankfully, after fighting it out, I believe even the Democrats decided to keep that funding in the bill. But we have Democrats, progressive socialists, who do not want the children of Israel to be protected by the Iron Dome. The Iron Dome project. Of course, it's not a big Iron Dome. It is the rockets that are set up, built by America and Israeli intelligent people, scientists. But it's to protect incoming rockets when they come in by the hundreds and the thousands by the Palestinians trying to kill Israelis. They don't care who they kill. It's not shooting at the army. They're shooting at men, women, and children. And we had Democrats that didn't want that. Hey, but that's just part of the world chaos we're seeing. Brought to you by the Democratic Party. Everybody saw the outrageous way Afghanistan was lost, and America lost its second war ever, thanks to Joe Biden and his administration, his Ivy League elitist who helped Obama. What did he help Obama do? Well, they helped give Putin the Crimea. Didn't do a thing. Just let Putin walk right into Crimea. Took it right out of the Ukraine. And these are the same elites that Obama used in many cases. And now we see not only they have experience of being stupid, and they're back in positions, and people have died because of it. We lost 13 heroes, Marines, in Kabul, Afghanistan. How many other people who have helped America are being murdered and tortured even now in Afghanistan because we didn't get them out? Because why? We moved out. We shut down our best Air Force base, and we relied on a commercial airport that could not be secured, and we got our troops out before we got our people out. What kind of idiot put that plan together and had it approved? I mean, either the Pentagon did it and Biden ought to fire him if they did, or Biden overruled the Pentagon. And again, was Kamala Harris there? Was she the last one in the room making that decision? Or was she so stupid that she did the stupid thing and let stupid make the decision? And it just doesn't make sense. Surely there's somebody in the Pentagon saying this should not be in the direction we go. I would hope so. If not, a whole slew of people need to be fired from the Pentagon. Wow. We got to move on. But, I mean, you talk about the chaos in the world. Look at North Korea. They've been shooting off rockets again. Long-range missiles, nuclear weapons they can put on the end of them. Could they reach the United States? Very well could. How about Iran? You know, that was Obama's biggest, beautiful foreign policy piece that was horrible, and Trump got rid of it. And now Biden's trying to strike it up again, but Iran feels like they have Biden under their thumb. And the sad thing is, they're right. They're right. They got Biden under their thumb, and I just don't see anything good coming from that. Russia, Putin's laughing away. He knows he played. Well, Obama's playing checkers. He played chess. Joe Biden's he doesn't have a checkerboard or a chessboard. I don't know what Joe Biden's playing. He's playing hide and seek. Let me go to bed. It's time to go to bed. Wow. I just have to tell you, it's sad. It's really sad. And we got to move on. Number 4, crypto murder. We've seen in China, they have outlawed all kinds of cryptocurrency, everything to do with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency. It's against the law. Now, if people who got it, I don't know what they're going to do. If they made it against the law, they're not going to let them cash out. They're going to let it sit there. I don't know. But we don't have very good brains in this administration. We saw what happened in Afghanistan and what's going to happen to cryptocurrency. Back in the 1990s, when the internet was new, the Republican Congress, led by Newt Gingrich, they said, let's let this new industry grow. Let's stay back. Let's not tax it. Let's let it grow. And look what happened. The internet thrived, and it's remade our economy, and America became stronger and more powerful and more financially secure. And then what has happened now? Cryptocurrency. And we've done a lot on cryptocurrency on this show. But now they're wanting to tax it and regulate in such a way they may kill the baby. It may be crypto murder is what the Biden administration, I just don't trust them. The people who did Afghanistan, the people who can't control the border, and you're going to let them in charge of cryptocurrency? No, do not do that, America. Stop voting for the Democrats. Please stop voting for the Democrats. And horror number 3. Freedom is under assault. From the day one, we've been doing Doc Holliday's rock splitting politics. We talk about more freedom and more liberty. And when you have vaccine mandates and vaccine passports, you can't drive, you can't go to restaurants without showing a vaccine that you're vaccinated. This is not America. This is not freedom. This is not liberty. And this is one reason the Democrats have done an all-out assault on freedom. And it leads us to number 2. Our workforce is being decimated by Democratic policies. Everywhere in America is help wanted. Factories, schools, bus drivers. You cannot find enough people to work. And what does that mean? We have businesses, instead of running on 8-cylinder strong big businesses like FedEx, like UPS, instead of running on 8 cylinders, they're running on 6 cylinders or 4 cylinders. In some cases, the small businesses, they're shutting down. How many restaurants have you seen that have closed? I'm telling you, it's sad. And it's sad. And it brings us to number 1. The economy is teetering on chaos. I hope it doesn't go that way. But with the tax hikes and the tax cuts for the elites in the big cities, it is just causing more turmoil within our workforce. We've already talked about the work mandates, the vaccine mandates. It's causing people to have to quit at hospitals. They can't find enough nurses. They can't find enough doctors. In the military, are we meeting our numbers, the recruiting in the military, when you're saying you have to get vaccinated? We have Marines and Air Force people who are planning on staying in, and they're refusing to get a vaccine, and they're being dismissed from our military. How many good leaders, how many experts that have been trained by our military are leaving, not because they want to, but because Joe Biden and his Secretary of Defense are forcing them out of the military because they refuse to take a vaccine. They refuse to put chemicals in their body that have not had long-range testing. It's just a fact. Some people get the vaccine. I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I think the vaccine has been good, and it's been healthy in many cases, most cases, but not all cases. There are some side effects, and that needs to be known. And those who don't want to take it, they should not have to be forced to take it. And yet, Biden is using OSHA and other. He's using it like a sledgehammer to destroy those who want freedom and liberty. And what is happening is he's taking a sledgehammer to our economy with climate change on top of that. Because he believes so much in climate change, he believes our economy should suffer. And that's, folks, we are teetering on chaos in our economy. I hope not. For the sake of